Okay, so quite excited or quite happy to see everyone just full of energy, excitement, and momentum in the last 1 week. I think especially after the what do you call that? Um, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so especially after the homework, right? I can see that everybody very excited about the Facebook Live, and then some even started to go and think of games, doing interviews, and all sorts of different things lah. And I think that's the whole point of this exercise and the homework is so that to get people excited such that they and you guys yourself feel like going out there and doing the best that you can in order to get your own leads and engagement. Right. So I want to use this opportunity. So as always, we have a recap and review, especially not just the Facebook Live. I know Facebook Live for homework, but I don't know whether you all managed to do the 30 new friends and also communicate with 10 people. So to date, for this last week, I think I did 3 Facebook Live, 3 or 4, and I added 32 new friends, and I communicated with less lah, maybe about 8 of them. Okay. So anyone want to share your homework? It's so good, this teacher. I don't ask everybody to hand in the homework. You yourself present and share the homework. Okay. Anyone want to start sharing? Hello. Nobody want to share. Nobody did Facebook Live.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Who's there?
Wait, my mic, something wrong.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Now we can hear you. Who are you? So that people
It's
can
me.
hear who is talking.
The lady in red. Okay, I just want to share. I take actually that time I am totally fear and nervous on doing FB Live. So just want to share that because of that, to overcome my fear, I did daily for my FB Live. And yes, I managed to overcome that. Seems like I enjoy it when talking to, during this FB Live. Then about, I realized some things through this FB Live. I'm able to reconnect again with those old friends. Then I'm able to catch up with them, but of course they are not considered my new friends, right? Okay, and I have added how many? I didn't count. Okay, but I know it's less than 30.
More
Less
than
than 30.
20? More than 20?
About more than 10. Less than 20. So not good lah. Okay.
Okay.
But I would say probably is a first start because I usually don't add new friends that much. I don't know. I'm a bit scared to add new friends. I don't know why. So
Good.
that's another.
Please share why are you scared and how you overcome that.
Why I scared? I scared people like wonder who is this person. Anyhow add people. Yeah. Then so I don't know. I keep having this kind of mindset lah. That people do not know who am I. Then suddenly I just add the person as a new friends.
So how you overcome that? Because everybody will think
I
of it.
just, because I need new friends, right? It's part of my assignment. So I just look through. Okay. The other thing is I scared if I add a wrong person.
What's the wrong
Yes.
person?
wrong person in a way, not a good person. In a way.
Like, for
Um,
example, what do you mean by not a good person?
I don't know how to say. I don't know how to explain.
Your
Example,
stalker, is it?
example. You
Your
can
A
stalker, eh?
pervert? Is she talking about a
Stalk,
pervert?
stalker or perverts,
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that lah.
Okay.
okay.
So
Block. You can block them.
Yeah, Sharon got experience.
Yeah, just block them.
Everyone got
Just block
experience.
and report
Sharon.
them.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just did because that happens to me. So I just did. Because of
Yeah.
that, it like makes me a bit like more conscious in a way when you add friends.
Yes. So you
Yeah.
learn how to choose.
One way of looking at it, Sadia, is like, when you go through them, right? Because when you're blocking, you can report them. At least, as you do that, you're actually protecting another female. So don't be so hard on yourself. You don't have to beat yourself up. They are the pervert. They are the one who's doing something wrong. You are not the one who's doing something wrong. They are the one who's sinning. They are the one who's misbehaving. It's not you. And whatever steps you take to do to protect yourself, you're also protecting other females. You kind of have to remember that. So actually, in a way, you're a hero.
Yeah. Wow. Well said, Sharon. Thanks.
Thank you, Darren.
You want to
No
make
problem,
it easier,
darling.
just add ladies lah.
Wow,
Ladies,
just
Yeah.
like finish reading, listening to a consultant.
yeah, correct.
Sharon's
Consultant.
No
Correct.
worries, guys.
I mean,
Thank you.
ladies, you guys have the advantage. Majority of people in network marketing are ladies. So why you want to bother adding the men? No need. Leave the men to us. Leave the men to the men. Okay?
But there were also few like people add you
Perverted ladies.
in.
Is it?
Yes, there is. There are some who are
Oh.
catfishing. So
Okay.
actually what I've experienced is they're females, but then they'll turn around and start sending you porn. So that's a bit sad.
Oh,
So then you kind of also realize whether they're in a syndicate. So as I said, normally when you try to get rid of that account, it's just a small part. It's a certain
okay, but can you
percentage.
tell from their profile?
No, you can't tell
No,
by
you
their
can't.
profile. It's quite
Mm.
difficult because the ones I got were Indian auntie looking kind in
No, not just the profile pic.
saris, and then they were very like motivated. It's very hard because they
Yeah.
show their family. That means I ever
Even the
experienced it.
profile also
It's a
got
whole
family.
family. That means there's
Oh.
husband and 2 children. So it's catfish actually at the end of the day.
Oh.
So and then they'll start off by saying, "Oh, wow, I wish to be like you. So you're so modern," because they're from India. So I kind of engage them to so-called like empower them, and then it backfires when I start receiving porn. So then I know it's catfishing. So I also don't see that picture and get upset because I most really realize it's not even them. So and then I just do the necessary, I just report and then move on in life.
So maybe another tip is for now, try not to accept anyone from India yet, or not too many lah, because Nuskin is also not in India, but Nuskin is already in 54 countries. So please choose another of the 54 countries.
I came from Indonesia, so sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know. It's good. It's good to share all this because this will help people to overcome this fear because it will happen. It will happen. So when it happens, block, unfriend, that's it. It is very safe because you don't want this fear to stop you from growing your business. It's the same thing. If let's say you are going out to meet people for the business, right? You want to share opportunity. You don't know who this person is until you meet, right? That's more dangerous because sometimes this person have some other motive. You don't know. But then that one is a physical meeting. But then here you are online, you are quite safe because you're not physically meeting them and you can just block them. So don't let that fear stop you from growing your business to reach out to the right people. Another tip is look at their mutual friends. So I like to see their mutual friends. I try not to add people who don't have mutual friends, 0, or too many mutual friends. Okay, this is how I choose. So I would try to see maybe like 5 to 10 mutual friends. That's a good prospect because it's quite new. Not many people know between us. And then I will check the mutual friends. If I know any of them, I actually ask them, hey, do you know this person? Then I can verify, oh, this is a real person. This one is a real person, If this person, if your mutual friends say, I don't know, he just added me, then you can be a bit more careful lah. Yeah. Oji also said don't add those who are already doing other network marketing business. You know why? Because if they're doing other networking marketing business and they join you as a friend, they can see your mutual friends. They can see your Facebook friends. Okay, and also, yeah. So sometimes if they are new and they are friends with a lot of us, if they're friends with a lot of all of us here, also same friends, then I also try to not to add, because in the end, everybody know everybody. So you want to reach out to new people. That's the whole objective. Okay, so far that helps, right? Any other things that you guys want to raise about the new friends, adding on new friends, or any challenges you face, Sadia? How you made it easier to add, or any effects that you got after adding new friends?
Initially, I just just happily do add non-stop. Then after that, I when I kena that, so I a bit cautious in a way of adding new friends. I think my step on that, I slow down a bit.
Because of that.
I scared lah to add. I don't know why. Okay, but I still see through lah, like what you say lah. We see the number of mutual friends. That's where I look into, and I don't anyhow. Okay, apart from we add new friends, there are people also added us, right? So I also look through on, because previously I just accept happily, I do not know how to I do not know how,
Yes.
I do not know how to filter in a way like to see whether this is scammers or not. So roughly now I understand, and I know how to look to compare. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's to me it's like I'm more cautious lah in a way.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
cautious is good, but don't let it stop you from adding new friends.
No, I didn't. It's just that I find that when I'm being more cautious, I find that I do still add friends. It's just that the number is not as many as usual. The numbers that we add in, like maybe one, maybe two.
You
Kind.
remember one of the homework was to join 5 groups, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So another good thing that you can do is you can join the group, and some of them have gatherings or activities.
I did join the groups. I did.
No, they have, listen, relax. Join the group and then join the activities. Maybe they have, cooking class, for example, or maybe they have group cycling, or whatever group that you have. Maybe it's a meetup, or whatever group activity. Go out there physically, because what happens when you go out there physically, you get to see real people, right? Then you confirm, okay, these people are normal people, not weird. After that, can add lah. That's what I did. That's how I could go to 30, because there was a few events that I joined, and then I met these people in real life. Then I quickly go back, I add them, because then they won't be scared. They won't be weird. Okay, why you add me? Because you just met.
Okay.
And almost anybody you meet outside, always ask for their Facebook.
Yeah, that one, yes, I do. Yes.
So that helps.
Yes. Thank you.
And I want to ask your experience with the Facebook Live. From very scared to do, now very happy to do. How's your experience with that?
Because you challenged me to do. No, because of the sharing part when you talk about Eric worried challenge that lady, right? He challenged her. I mean, she was given a task to do 100 FB Live in 7 days. That's like, wow. And then when she shared about you showed me about her documentary. I see her like, of course she's overwhelmed, tired, and even during the documentary also, she also say that she doesn't know what to talk. Like, what else am I supposed to say? But she just on and do it. Right. So I was like, okay lah, maybe I just do lah. Don't know, so just think of, because I know that I love to talk. Confirm got topic one lah. It's just that
To talk what? Okay.
it's just that to come out from my mouth is like very difficult. I don't know why. So when I saw that documentary, and then when I heard about she did 100 FB live, so I say okay lah, maybe I accept lah, do every day 100 FB live every day for 100 days or just maybe a goal for me is just for me to overcome my fear lah. This is what I accept. So initially, yes, I don't know. It's just like I do not know why I'm so scared to talk out loud. Like usual, I try to cover a bit. I do not know why.
Okay,
The
so
second one also.
So what second one? What second one?
The second FB live also.
But then now the latest one, you actually already no longer scared, right?
Yeah, which happened yesterday. I did, even not at my place. I did at somebody else's place.
Yes.
The reason why I changed the topic and I did talking about this DRNIT, focus on this DRNIT, is because I want to teach her. At the same time, I need to do FB live. So I just do two things at one go lah. So I keep thinking that my purpose is there to teach her, actually, to guide her and to explain. So, and she was there also. She's listening to me. So it's just like it comes in natural. It's just like the way on how you guide your client.
Because you are talking to somebody, right? Correct.
Correct.
You're talking to somebody real. All this while your life is talking to yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
So when you talk to somebody real, then you can be yourself because you are really talking to somebody, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then you realize that Facebook Live is actually just like that. It's just talking normally to somebody, except that instead of somebody, you're talking to hundreds of people.
Even actually, I thought that I'm a bit scared to, like I say, like I do not know why. I'm a bit scared to voice out in a way when I talk during every live. So, but yesterday I just go along. I mean, even comment those who have comment. I mean, give a comments during the FB live. I also answered at the same time. I also I just put myself, not that I'm talking to her alone, but at the same time I remember that I'm doing FB live and I'm talking to the rest, whoever who is viewing at the same time. Yeah. So I good thing. I think I'm able to overcome that I'm able to mention. I mean talk through when did on FB live. So maybe akan datang more lively lah, insyaAllah.
So am I right to say now you enjoy Facebook Live?
Yes. It's just like last time, like use up more energy, you know. Seriously, I feel like energy used up. the first few
use up
one,
more energy. The last one
like
more energy.
Yeah, the third one maybe, I don't know how many really I did. How many ever since when? Okay, never mind. But I think yesterday is just like happy. Not stressed in a
so
way.
tiring,
Happy.
right? Because you're not stressed, right?
No.
That's yourself.
No.
Yeah.
I'm able to.
So what's your advice to somebody? Because I know some people here may not have started their Facebook Live or still a bit scared, right? So what is your advice to somebody, if let's say your downline wants to ask you, very scared to do Facebook Live? What's your advice?
Okay, first of all, of course I will understand if they say that, okay, because I come across. First of all, just do it lah. Don't think too much. Because I understand this is because I think too much. I think too much of what people would say about me. I think too much what people will say about what I'm talking about. I think too much about the people who's viewing. And I think too much, what if there's no one view on my FB live? No need to think so much. Whoever's there, just talk to them. Happily share, just like how we share to people out there. It's the same thing, it's just that they are invisible. It's just that. Yeah. Secondly, of course, yes, the first few, you have to have a few points on hand, because sometimes you a bit stumble here and there. Even though my experience, even though I have notes in front of me, but because of my fear, I'm scared. I'm also stumble. Right? So actually, it's about to overcome that lah. You just need to keep doing it every time. So if you find that maybe by doing twice per week not good enough, then do every day like me lah.
Mm.
Yeah lah,
So
do
am I-
every day like me.
Okay.
Then
You're scared to do more. Is that the right way? Yeah.
correct, yes.
Thank you for sharing that. That's all I want to hear. Thank you. Okay, so we give this Sadia a big round of applause. And
you.
so actually she's the winner for this week's homework because
Oh,
she
thank you.
overcome her fear and she took up the challenge of doing daily Facebook Live, even though the homework is just 2.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. What's the price?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Is it you want to win, Sadia?
Huh?
Is it you want to win, that's why you do every day?
No lah, I didn't know. No, I just want to overcome my fear, Kak Oja. It's not because I want to win.
So the win is always a bonus, but when you overcome your
Yeah.
fear, then you're able to do it. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go into this week's training. This week is actually on closing. It is the closing training of the Facebook Digital Superstar Workshop, and it's on closing. Basically, what is closing? Or we're talking about closing online. What is closing online? It is when a person buys product or join your team. But it doesn't mean that you do the transaction online. Closing online means that you make the initial contact online, but you can close them offline. Okay, so it doesn't mean that everything you do online. You can also do a presentation online and close them, or you can bring them out to a physical meeting. So closing online doesn't mean everything all online, but as long as the first contact is online, you can lead that to a closing. That is a successful online closing. So that is the objective. Okay, so remember, right? We have the 5 C's. You all remember the 5 C's? So we were doing a lot of Facebook Live. That's content. We are doing a lot of commenting. This the second C, comment, to engage. We are doing connecting, adding friends. We are communicating, messaging them. But the whole idea is to close. Because if you don't close your business, also you don't grow, you don't earn money, and there is no progress. You'll just end up being a social media influencer and just be famous online, which is not the objective. Because the objective is for you to grow your business, right? So work Facebook using with a purpose. Okay, so in closing, right, I want to go through the 4 don'ts. That means these are the 4 things you don't do. Okay, don't do. First don't is don't be desperate. Do you know what it means by don't be desperate? Any example? You guys can give any example of how to be desperate, how to sound desperate online? Anybody? No, all don't know how you sound
Is
desperate.
it by sharing straight away about what product you are selling directly? Is it like that?
Possible, because you sound like, because if somebody message you that, you sound desperate, right? You're like, hey, why
Yeah.
this person so desperate? Haven't talked anything already, want to sell me product.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you message them, hey, buy lah, please lah. You my friend lah, buy lah, please lah. Support lah, please lah, please. Desperate lah. Okay, so you don't want to be a person who's desperate, because we are professionals. So don't be desperate. Okay, yeah lah. Simple words, simple to say, don't be desperate. Don't be so needy for this person to close. Okay, you must elevate yourself. Second don't is do not close before presentation. Okay, I know sometimes I close products, but the idea before presentation, but the best way is to bring them to a presentation. So you can either choose to meet physically, you can do an online presentation. Now we can do Zoom or video call, or you can I would say share a video. The video could be a presentation. So for example, somebody asked about TNIT. Then you will like say, oh, TNIT is this, got supplement, got jumpstart, got control, got complex. And then after 90 days, you lose fat, build muscle. So you're like trying to present over the message. So don't do that. Okay. So normally what I do is I will share a video, introduction video. And then I will ask them questions. Later I'll show you what questions to ask. And then lead them to a presentation, either in-person meeting because I want to scan them, or if they really cannot meet in person for scanning, then I'll talk to them over the video call. Okay, right? So that's the second don't. The third don't is don't forget to ask the question. What question to ask, right? Later I'll talk about it. But basically, you must ask closing questions. Because if you chit chat already, this person asks you, hey, how to lose weight, how you lose weight, and then you, this is, let's say after the presentation, right? And you never ask them about, you don't ask them for a closing question. So they don't know what you want, you don't know what they want. So you must give a closing question, basically like whether you, would you like to get the chocolate or the vanilla? Would you like to pay installment or full? It's a closing question. You want to ask the question that lead them to a closing, because people do not know what they want. Customers usually don't know what they want. Sometimes they need leading questions. And after you ask the closing question, then they will tell you what they feel. Okay, the fourth one is don't ask what did you think. It's very common, right? After you do a presentation, you send a video, then ask, what do you think? What do you think? Good or not? What do you think? Why you cannot ask what do you think? Because you give them too much space to think. There's no leading question, there's no closing question. You end up, you will say, okay lor, not bad lor. Or let me think about it, because you already asked them to think, right? What do you think? I think I will think about it. so you're giving them space to think. So ask them leading questions. Later I'll share you the questions to ask. So far, this one okay? You guys got this part, right? Okay. So what are the questions to ask? Okay. What did you like best? Because we focus on the positive. We don't ask them what you don't like. Because if you ask them what do you think, then they might say, oh, not for me lah, or I don't like no skin, I don't like MLM, or I don't like supplement. They mean all the things they don't like, they'll say. But if you ask them what did you like best, they have no choice, they have to answer what they like. They have to dig their brain and find out which one they like. Right? So they have to like something. And then when they say, oh, I like the fact that there's no rebound. So what's the favorite part about that? Then you can find out more. So they can question, what's your favorite part? You can find out more about why he thinks about that. And you ask, how did it make you feel? Because I feel if I can lose weight and can keep it off, I think I'll be very happy. I think I'll be very satisfied. Then you know already what they want. Because when you ask these questions, it will actually help you understand them better. You help you to understand what they are looking for. It's just like somebody who goes to a hairdresser. If you are the hairdresser, would you say, hey, today I cut you botak, because botak now is the best. All botak, then very hot right now, so the botak is the best. If you're the customer, you're scared, right? You won't come back, right? So if you're a hairdresser, if you go hairdresser, what do you say? You'll tell them what you want, right? So same thing. We want to ask them what do they want from this presentation or for what you presented. So then they will say, we help them to say what they want, and you can serve them. So we learn to observe to serve.
Okay. I got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, got like somebody asked in, for example, Messenger, right? They ask, I'm interested to know more about TNIT. So you give the video, presentation video. After that, just silent, right? So we can ask these 3 questions.
Yes.
Either one lah, okay?
Yeah. So after the video, after I send the video, normally they'll say, okay, thank you, right? They will say thank you. So then I will actually follow and ask, oh, have you seen the video? Because the video is very short. So you don't have to watch later. But if they say, oh, I can't watch right now, I'm doing something, then you can find out from them when are they going, Will you be able to watch it today? So I can check back with you. So you must follow up. You must always follow up with whatever you send so that you can ask the questions. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Because I want to prepare for my what next month is what close.
Yeah.
What is the challenge?
Recruit 20 interviews.
Recruit 20 people. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So far, everyone okay? Being okay? Still awake? Okay, this part, because when you start to close, when you start to want to close, what will you get? Questions. I don't want to say rejection. I don't want to say objection, but you're going to get questions, right? So people actually do not reject you. You must understand that because sometimes we feel hurt because people say, oh, I'll think about it. Oh, maybe not for me. Or maybe I want to ask only. Some people may look at it like rejection, but it's not. It's actually a question. They still have questions that are unanswered. Because they have unanswered questions, so they're not happy. I mean, they're not fully satisfied to be confident enough to say yes. Okay, so this part, I want to leave it open for you guys to ask. Because what are the questions that people ask you when you end up asking you, what call it? When you end up asking you, apalah, sorry, when you're trying to close, they'll end up asking you questions. So what are the questions that they ask you? You want to share here that you cannot answer or you don't know how to reply? Dewi said ask open-ended questions. Try not to ask open-ended questions because they'll give you open-ended answers. That means there's no closing. Remember, open-ended. So there's no closing. You have to close. If you leave them, what do you think about it? That's an open-ended question. And then they're like, oh, okay lah, the sky is blue, my pocket is small, next time.
Give
Something
two
like that.
plus. Two choose one answer question.
Yeah, so to choose one question. So you always give them, after you ask those questions, right? So after you ask what you like best, what's your favorite part, how did you feel about it, then you can ask them, okay, so you're ready to start then. Would you prefer chocolate or vanilla? Would you prefer to pay full or credit card? And then if they're really not ready, they will tell you. Because there won't be anything like, she one or the one, now or later. Because if the next question is, maybe let me think about it. So how would you answer that? They ask you, if they tell you what, let me think about it. What would you say? Anyone?
Usually I will ask them, what is there any more concern? Is there anything else that is not being answered to them because they are thinking about it, right? So is there anything else that's their doubts about it? Then it's best to talk now because since I'm there, yeah.
Yeah, you correct. So Farid also said, how may I help you address your concerns? So you try to dig out. So when you say it, right, it doesn't sound like you are trying to aggressively close, but it's more like to find out how is it that I can help you? Because if they have not said yes, there will be questions in their mind that has not been answered yet. Maybe they might think, I want this, but I'm not sure, is it worth $2,000, for example? But they won't tell you. But if you try to dig out and find out and address their concern, this may come out in another way, in another statement. Okay, any other questions you guys face? This is the best time to answer to us so that we can get what to reply them. I don't want to give
one of my prospects, she's a working person lah. And then when I asked her, she said expensive lah. So I asked her to break down what she meant by expensive. Then she said, oh, it's because my monthly expenses is high. So after that, I actually asked her this question. Actually, what is the main concern? And I also asked her, because I know her, and I asked her, as a working person, do you think getting healthier with this amount, since you choose installment, is still considered expensive or affordable? She actually took a long pause, and her answer was, yeah, it's affordable. So that means she agrees that it's affordable. But my question here is, why is she still procrastinating? But after that, it was just a long pause. So I just leave it as that lah. I let her breathe for a while, and I don't want to ask her more and more and more. You see, so because I also don't want to sound like you said, like desperate or things like that, right? So was that a right move?
This is by message or in person?
She can't talk, so we were messaging.
Okay, okay, so by message. Yeah lah, of course, message, of course, not so easy, right? So I will try not to leave it hanging, because if you leave it hanging, then when you want to ask again, right, it will sound awkward. You feel awkward,
because
the person so awkward.
Because I couldn't continue, because she was saying that she had to go because she had to prepare some family kunduri or whatnot lah. So and she was listing me the things that she need to do on that day. So I just leave it first lah. Of course,
Yeah,
I will not leave it too long. I have to follow up soon.
Yeah, so what I mean is you leave it hanging because you don't know when you're supposed to follow up. So what I mean is instead of leaving it, okay, bye, you can say, okay, why don't I get back to you in 2 days time? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So when you see that, at least okay. Because even if you get back to her, she'll feel like, oh, you're being responsible, you're being professional. But even if I'm not free, then I will still tell you, and then you can still follow up when again. Get it?
Yep.
Yeah. So try not to leave it hanging, because it's like, okay, and does that help? Because the key, the fortune, Fraser Brooks also said, the fortune is in the follow-ups.
Yeah.
Follow-ups. Not 1 time, not 2 times, to 7 to 11 times.
Otherwise, we'll feel that we are just like a passerby, that kind of thing, or they are just like our passerby.
And like us, they will get distracted. They will see, oh, this pill looks cheap and good, I'll buy lah. Or this one looks not bad. Maybe the pants may help me lose weight. It's cheaper than TNT. I'll buy lah. Because people always be distracted. Once they start searching losing weight, all the weight loss things will come out on their Facebook. They will forget about us. Yeah. So we must constantly be in their mind, just like the Facebook ads, in a professional manner. Okay. Then Farid said, common rejection is I'm not disciplined lah. So Farid, do you have the answer to that, or anybody else want to have an answer to that? Then somebody say, I'm not disciplined lah, I cannot lose weight.
I get that too, man. But for me, sometimes what I use, if it's a parent, I'll also say things like, as a parent, if I want my kid to succeed, I also need discipline, right? Something like that lah. Something not too hurtful, or something, that is very real, logical.
Okay. Anybody else want to share? How do you respond?
Maybe can talk a little bit more about the mindset. I know it's not that easy, but I will ask actually you want to lose weight for what reason? If it's for health reason, right, and it takes you to be disciplined, would you want to do it? So I think, but this one will take a little bit or more time lah. But mindset is very important.
Okay, that's a good point, because it's about discipline, so you have to address the mindset.
To me, I would just tell them about the benefits of it, because discipline is just a small sacrifice, but at the end of the day, they will enjoy benefits for the long term. So I will talk about the benefits when they talk about discipline. But I just want to know what you guys will respond to that lah.
So sometimes for me, when they say this, I will ask them, what do you mean by you're not disciplined enough? Is it you feel that you cannot control your food? Is it you feel that you cannot jot down this food? Is it you feel that you still want to eat healthy food? So I mean healthy food lah. You still want to eat your desserts. So I will want to find out, because their discipline and our discipline is very different. Maybe in their mind, discipline means, wow, I eat super clean, no sugar, no salt, no rice, no sauce, no gravy, nothing. Maybe in their mind is like that. then we'll tell them, oh no, you can eat. Then if that's their concern and we address that concern, they be like, oh really, I can eat. Okay lah, then I can start. Right? So always observe to serve. Always find out what is it, because we cannot read minds. Unless you have the power of reading minds, we cannot. So ask them. Yeah, always find out.
I just closed somebody who said that his only vice is eating. Okay, he said he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't visit prostitute. His only vice is eating.
Okay.
No, he's a big tauke lah. So he loves to eat. He eats for entertainment and whatnot.
Okay.
But you know, when you talk about I have no discipline, I say, hey, but this TR90 program, when you take it, when you see your good food, you may not even want to eat them, you know. So he that's why I keep on talking about the benefits of TR90, what it does, and how it will help them eventually. And at the end of it, he recognized that paying 2K is nothing as compared to the opportunity cost, which is his health issues. So at the end of the day, it's still about selling the benefits and the advantages of taking the TR90.
Good. Thank you for sharing that. Another point about TR90 is that most of the time people are not disciplined is because of the appetite. So our appetite is controlled by our appetite center. But TR90 helps to reset the genes for the appetite. And that is an important point because people are so worried that they cannot control the appetite. Then we can reassure them that, hey, TR90 addresses that part. So you don't have to be disciplined. You don't have to be disciplined because the TR90 will discipline your brain so that you can find it easier. Okay? Any more common rejections?
I have a recent one. She said, I don't know if it's a question lah, but it's a remark. More like I'm happy with how I am today. Okay. So, how to answer that? I'm like, okay, thank you.
What was the context or the opening of the conversation? How did she even start talking about TR90?
Okay, so she told me that because I keep sharing about TR90 and changes, right? So she said, oh, I also want to lose weight. Okay. So I said, you know what I'm sharing, right? She said, yeah, I know about this TR90. So then I think maybe I asked her, so do you want to try? I said, do you want to try? So then it took a while. And then she said, after that she replied like that. She said, I think I'm happy with how I am now.
But I thought she said she want to lose weight.
Yeah lah. I confused.
So that's why I asked you what was the context of the conversation, because it sounded like she wanted to lose weight. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you managed to share with her a video or a presentation?
I did, but then I don't know, I didn't even go to the part where I'm talking about the price. So it's like suddenly she said, I'm happy with how I am now. I'm like, okay.
So I will go back to her because those are her words. I will ask her, but your first statement was you wanted to lose weight, right? Why suddenly in 5 minutes you change your idea? I will find out. I will ask because I don't know. I don't know why she said that. So you must ask. It's the same thing. This is people response to trying to say no. Well, they will come up with all sorts of things to try to say no, but they don't want to say no. So they want to give an excuse why they don't want to take. Because it's easier to say, oh, I'm happy with I am what I am now, versus no, I don't want. Yeah, it's easier. It's easier than rejecting right out front. So then I will ask, because maybe she may have something that she is not confident. Maybe she heard that it's expensive. Maybe she heard something. Maybe, don't know. So we have to ask them.
I would actually, me personally, right, I would prefer someone who reject me straight up. If you want no, say no. But you don't twist the story lah, say you okay now, you know. It doesn't sound like, I'm thinking, in my heart, I think you need it the last time you asked me about it, but then now you suddenly say you don't need it anymore because you're happy.
So we won't get.
No, lah.
Real world, we won't get. It's not easy to get somebody who will tell you no. So we learn how to find out is it really no or not. So we ask her. So ask her, oh, why did you suddenly change? I thought you said you want to lose weight. So ask her, find out for her. So when you do this business, you actually realize that you also learn human psychology. You also learn counseling. You also learn how to actually be a listening ear. You learn a lot of things, and you actually become a better person out of it while being able to close. And yet still can close the TNIT. And they will love you for closing TNIT. But of course, it goes with practice. So try again. Ask. Go out there and try again and ask her why she changed her mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So don't take it as a rejection because it is. She didn't reject you. She just saying something else. So we just figure out what is it.
And can I just add something?
Sure. Yes, Sharon.
I mean, I know we all go through this rejection, right? But then also remember, I think sometimes when you bring yourself back to your first journey, your start of your own journey with my own journey, it took me 2 years before I said yes to Taufik. And I rejected him very badly. I said a bad word to him. So yeah, I actually told him to F off.
Really?
So yeah, ask Taufik. I think maybe Taufik should share how he felt when I said that. So and I mean, when I bring myself back to that, and then sometimes when I do get rejected, then I just try to be patient because even I put it off. I took 2 years to say yes. And the reason for it is like, I mean, we don't know what is really going on behind their own reason. So like for me was because I was on TR90 before and the Nu Skin uplines didn't help me through my journey. So when I saw someone else again from Nu Skin, I went F off. I said, I need help. I'm afraid of my health, but I'm not going to go down this road. So, and I want to do it myself. That's what I said to Taufik actually. So yeah, so sometimes we don't really know what is the back end story. And I guess it's not about assuming, it's about maybe being understanding and then, and kind of not taking it too hard, I guess. And learning from that. I think if we all recall our own journey, I don't know, for me, I put up a fight, right, against it, and then now I'm in it. So it's, so as everyone was sharing, I just kind of recalled that as much as we are getting rejection, I mean, I remembered I rejected it too. So then I realized, when I remembered that, then I realized it wasn't so, like, I don't have to take it too hard when someone rejects me. So yeah.
So
when that was my 2 cents worth.
When Sharon first rejected me, actually I don't see it as a rejection, because she only said that she has experience and she don't want to take TNIT. So then I'll find out from her. Then what do you want? So she told me, I want to start some supplements. Okay, then I started on some supplements, and I will advise her on all the eating plan, physical activity. Then I tell her, why don't you try? But you come back to me, I'll come back to you after 3 months, So continue the supplements, follow up. But of course, these 3 months ended up 2 years because of different things that happen along the way in her life. She has to do a lot of things, settle a lot of things. Then after 2 years, she's ready. But then it wasn't a rejection because I still close supplements. I still close something. And I actually started a friendship and a relationship. So that follow-ups. Then it built into a follow-ups. And now she's here. I didn't even know she wanted to do the business because she only wanted to be healthier. So everybody, you learn how to understand this person, and this person will be able to accept you better as somebody who's professional and also even a friend. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. No problem. As I said, it was the friendship which counted, which pulled me into the business actually. And of course, how you helped me through TR90, which made me want to help others. So it's I think becoming a living example and me learning from a living example. I think that's what added up for me. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, any other last rejections or questions that you want to go through before we wrap up? No,
Oh, I have. Sorry. Oh, nasi keluar.
come got echo?
Sorry, because I'm beside.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hello. May I just add?
Yes. If you want to talk.
Okay. Let me talk. So how do we follow up without annoy others, annoy people? Yeah.
I think that one need a whole lecture lah on follow up.
Okay.
But generally, be a friend first. And like I said just now, don't leave it hanging. Be professional. Don't leave it hanging. Always think, why don't I get back to you in 2 days? So you, depending on what the situation is, okay, why don't you think about it and I'll get back to you in 2 days? Is that okay? So you ask for permission to follow up at a certain time. So that you actually, when you follow up with them, you're not annoyed because you already promised them and you are living up to your promise. That'll be the easiest. And of course, along the way, if you can build the friendship, build that relationship with this person, then he will not feel annoyed because he will actually value you as a person and as a friend as well. Okay, I hope that answers your question.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so if Farid, you want to add something? No? Okay. Okay, so before we wrap up, I just want to summarize. Okay, so we completed the 4-week Facebook or Digital Superstar workshop, right? So the whole, to summarize, we are looking at the 5 C's. Okay, if you can master these 5 C's and practice it over and over again, you will be able to get the results that you want to look for. Okay, you must remember the objective is to get more leads, and that leads will actually develop into more customers and more business builders. So that's what the whole purpose of the 5 C's. It's not to be influencer, it's not to have more followers, it's not to have more likes. But the ultimate objective is to have more leads, conversion to customers and builders. Okay, you must be very clear on that. So the whole of February, we don't have Saturday training, but we have 1 month of homework. 1 month of homework. Okay, so the homework is very simple. Using the 5 C's, close 5 TNIT. Simple, right? That means whatever that you're doing for the 5 C's, right, is to close 5 TNIT. Okay, so content, whenever you do a post or Facebook Live, is to lead to closing 5 TNIT. Whenever you comment and engage, connect, communicate, is to close that 5 TNIT. Okay, so it's time to apply what you have learned. It's time to apply the 5 C's because most of you may be very good at content because it's easy to just post. But you must make sure you also do the commenting, do the connecting, communicating, and closing. Because the content is just the beginning. Without the other 4 C's, there's no closing. Right? So, and you guys are already putting out a lot of great content. And you can see the examples from all the people who are participating in the Facebook Live. So always bring it back again to the closing. And whenever you have, for example, like all you guys asked about this so-called rejection, always discuss the case with your upline. Don't hold it, don't cry, don't feel sad, and then you just keep it to yourself. Okay, so whatever that you're going through, if let's say, why this person said it, I don't know what to say, ask your upline. So that from every case, you also reflect and review. Okay, so that the next time you talk to somebody, you actually can do it. So in summary, the take-home message is social media is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So you have to be consistent. Every day, do it daily. It's like just like a marathon. You have to keep on moving and moving and moving. Okay, you want to build relationships. Some may be able to come in fast. Some may take time to build a relationship. Some may need a lot of follow-ups. Some may just need a few. Okay, but continue to build your relationships until people actually trust you and want to listen to you and want to accept what you want to say. And last but not least, must align with your goals. All of us here has already done goal setting for January. February is coming soon. So always align with your goals. Always know what you have to achieve for your goals, and know that the 5 C's and the Facebook marketing is for you to hit your goals. Then you won't feel lost, or you won't feel like don't know what to do on Facebook. Okay, so actually that's the end of the digital media workshop. I hope you guys can give some feedback. Okay, feedback to your outline, feedback to the group chat, whatever. Okay, the purpose of the feedback is to find out how else to help you guys to improve the business, how else to add value to all of you here in terms of training. Can be either social media, can be product training, or what other things that you want to see on Saturday training. Any feedback will be very, very welcome. The idea is always to grow, to get better, and to add more value to the team. All right. So if there are no more questions, anyone, any more questions? No one? Okay, so already 3:05. So let me end off. And thanks again, everyone, for taking part. And I pray everyone, Mariam, you got a question, is it? You raise your hand. Mariam? Okay, now.
Sorry, Faith.
Yeah, you got a question.
Actually, I text already, but I think you just have to overcome, because I find that when we go through the TI90 program with them, one of the common I get is I cannot commit myself.
Okay. So
It's a very common statement that I get.
Have you gotten the answer yet or not yet?
Somehow I get the answer, but I think it's more on the mental health to go to the program and to commit yourself lah. But as I go through, sometimes I just couldn't close, or I just leave him alone until I just follow up updates and see, hopefully one day I can close him lah.
So like just now we discussed, because some of them say I cannot commit to it, right? We find out what you mean by commit to it, because there are different type of commitment. Maybe they are afraid of committing the time. Maybe they are afraid to commit the food. Maybe they are afraid to commit meeting you. Maybe they cannot swallow pills. So what is it that they are afraid to commit to? Because this program is multifactorial, multifaceted. So which the money, they cannot commit the money to this. So we find out. After we find out, and then we can address accordingly.
Thank you, Fik. By today's sharing, it give me an answer to go deeper lah, I would say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and Mel have a question about no time. Okay, so this is a question for some people. Actually, everybody have time, but it's about prioritizing. What do you prioritize at the moment? Whether it's your new skin, whether it's your job, or whether it's your your family, your hobbies. That all of us have 24 hours, but it's about managing your priorities. So what is it that you want to achieve? What do you want to prioritize? And if you really, because you're working full time, you don't have the time to spend time every week to follow up with them, get your upline to help you. We work as a team. We can support you with the follow up, etc., to help them really see the TI90 benefits, because you have experienced uplines. We also have weekly workouts, we have weekly walks, we have so many things to support you. But if you don't link back to us, you don't let us support you, we also cannot help you. Okay? Yes, please ask for help. If you don't ask, we don't know. Okay, so with that,
Wait, I want to say something.
Okay, so scary.
Last one. Actually,
Please
I
come
just
out
want
of
to
it.
say No,
Okay.
I scared nobody can hear me. Okay, I just want to say thank you to everyone because I think the whole everybody's participation in this whole FB thing, right, has created the very good momentum for TR90, or also actually macam very meriah. No, what's meriah?
Festive. Very
Huh?
fun. Festive and exciting.
Yeah, so no matter how negative or maybe somebody is sitting on the fence about our program or our group or whatever lah, but with this, right, they can connect to us, they can feel the positivity, and that's what's more important actually. Because we are building friendship and all this, right? And I think some of you also appreciate really sharing on Facebook, right? I think Devi, is it? She mentioned something about she get to know Willy better. So yeah, actually, even for us, we can get to know all of us among ourselves better. So I think for me, this is really a very good beginning for 2021.
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
May I add?
Yes. Please,
Yeah,
we're waiting for
I really love the TR90 game that Suhaimi and Sharon did yesterday, because it's a fresh thing. Because I thought at first it was just like a quiz game, where Aimi will ask question, then Sharon will answer, that kind of thing. But then it's more like a treasure hunt, hide and seek thing, which I think is good because we welcome new, creative, fresh ideas, just to get people hooked to what we are doing.
Yeah, that's nice. I totally agree. So I think because everyone's just excited putting Facebook Live, it is a very it forces them to think of new ways to communicate and do Facebook Live. So just do more. The key is just do more. Okay, anybody else? If not, we can wrap up. Okay, all right. So thanks everyone again. So let's go for a huge February, a very successful February. Let's take a photo lah. We take a photo. We finish already, right? If you can switch on your camera, let's switch on your camera. Then we can take a photo. Because we don't have physical meeting where we can come together and take group photo, so we have to take Zoom photo. So Hana, Devi, Suhaida, Faris, Rina, Melissa, can you want to switch on the camera? If not, I take photo now. Okay.
Wait. Adjust scarf. Adjust my scarf.
Okay. Just put towel also can.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Adam. Okay, one more time. Adam, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thanks everyone.
Okay, thanks so
Thank you,
much
Taufik.
for this.
Thanks a lot for doing this
Thanks a
whole
lot.
month's Saturday
Thank
session
you.
on the
Yeah,
Vision
thank you,
Superstar.
Taufik, so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
Happy Chinese New Year.
Bye.
See you all for tomorrow's group workout.
See you.
Bye.
What time is Mariam's live?
6
6
p.m.
o'clock.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
okay.
doing also at 10.
Oh, okay. 10 p.m.
What
That time you said 9 o'clock, then then you started late. So
I'll be sharing. I mean, this time around, tonight will be a bit different.
what?
What
You're gonna
different?
be
You
at a
see
nice
lah at
spot.
10 o'clock.
You're at night spot, Sadia. Night spot, Sadia.
Okay.
Which night
Alright.
spot open?
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.